The quickest way for you to build resentment for yourself and for your partner is when you date for potential. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Brittany here. Today we'll be discussing the dangers of dating for potential. Now, as the mom friend and the girl that's literally been in long-term relationships since I was a teenager, I think this is something that I can definitely speak on with plenty experience. So I'm here to hopefully save you from a cycle of heartbreak and resentment. When you are dating for potential, you're carrying around a message to others and just to the universe that you don't genuinely believe that you're worthy, that you're ready, or that you're deserving for the type of union that you actually desire. And when that relationship or that union, that dynamic, that cycle, whenever it ends, you will still be carrying resentment for months and years to come. Not only will you continue carrying that resentment, but you open yourself to possibly carrying that resentment so long that you develop a cycle of continuing to attract partners that allow you to play out in this dynamic. And you'll be carrying that resentment and anger or frustration for so long because even when you do develop the sense to know that this person or this partner didn't understand you, could not fulfill your needs, could not provide you with what you needed in the dynamic, you will still have to heal and forgive yourself for giving so much in that dynamic. You'll still be in a perpetual loop of resentment because you'll still be in the mind frame of waiting and expecting for that individual to finally give in return or be able to match your energy, because you'll finally be sobering up and realizing just how much you gave to that person, to that connection. So here are some ways to avoid dating for potential. Number one, you need to become so clear on your wants and needs for a dynamic that nothing can shake them. Because once you start developing feelings and you start developing attraction and you start spending time, ladies, things start to get a little funny in here, okay? So if you know your non-negotiables, if you know your actual wants versus your needs, it will really help guide you in this dating, courting, getting to know each other process to make sure that you're at least staying responsible and in alignment with what you know you need and want to be in a successful, healthy relationship dynamic. Step two would be, after you get clear on these non-negotiables and your wants and your needs, you're gonna have to find a way to develop the confidence and the esteem and the comfort with talking to your partner about these things. Now, if this is a new person, a new dating process, please don't interview that man. Don't do that. That's not what I'm saying. But you are going to have to figure out how you can vet if this individual can presently fulfill your non-negotiables. Is the man who he is today, is he able to fulfill your wants? And does he look like, through action, through spending time, does he look like he can also satisfy some of your wants as well? Step three, I would say, is to stay far away from distance dynamics. Now, I don't just mean if you got a little boo that's living out of the state or even out of the country. Regardless of the distance, you guys could be living 30 minutes apart. Stay far away from dating and developing that connection without actually being in person and going on dates. It's way too easy to ideate and fantasize about an individual when there's too much distance between you guys. That's just naturally what the heart and the mind will do. Even if it's not intentional, subconsciously, you will inflate this person and make up who you desire for them to be because it feels good. Get to know this person in as many seasons and situations as you can. You really want to know the reality of who they are and not who they are via text or FaceTime. Step four, I would say, is definitely for when you kind of already solidified a bit of a connection. At this point in time, test out speaking about some of your desires, maybe if they're not even your core needs, but just some of your wants, and see if they're able to fulfill them. If at this time you're speaking about actual needs that you need to see in a dynamic, but they are needs that are reasonable and can be made within a reasonable time frame, like say a turnaround of a few weeks or a couple months, you need to see certain improvements. If you're speaking about these things and months or even years are passing and there's little to no change, run. This is when you want to begin to get serious about if the current person this individual is going to be able to, again, provide you with what you want and need to be the partner that you need to be in a healthy dynamic. And if they're not, this is about when you want to get serious about your next action to save you both from dealing with heartbreak, resentment, frustrations, and years of healing that you both could have honestly avoided. Now, it is on my heart to say that for the ladies that are already in a dynamic, and maybe it has been years, but you are not married yet, you are not with child yet, if you're seeing this video and it's starting to resonate, or you're realizing the reality that you're in a dynamic where you're not fulfilled and you're finally accepting that the things that you want and need to support you being your best self in this dynamic are not going to be attained while you're with this individual, please sit with yourself and get serious about the necessary steps you need to take to be able to exit that dynamic if that is what you wish to do. I think it's so important that women remember that it is possible to be in a dynamic that's healthy and stable and flourishing for you. And sometimes that dynamic may look like being alone for a bit. So don't ever be scared to make a change or make a sacrifice for the sake of you. If you love this, make sure that you're sharing it, leave me a like, and please do feel free to leave any comments. I would love to know if you guys have any suggestions for avoiding dating for potential, or if you guys have any personal stories that you have to share in regards to your experience with dating for potential. See you next time.